Hi, hello and welcome to Positivity with Crochet. In this video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful hexagon coaster. To make this, you need yarn of your choice. I've taken 4-ply yarn and I have mentioned the link in the description box below. And you need a crochet hook. I have taken 5mm crochet hook. And you also need a pair of scissors. Let's begin with the magic circle. Insert the hook, pull through, twist the hook, grab the working yarn and pull through. Now inside this magic circle, we need to work puff stitch. So to make a puff stitch, yarn over, insert the hook, pull through once, yarn over, insert the hook, pull through twice, yarn over, insert the hook, pull through thrice, and now we have got 7 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through all 7 loops and chain 1 puff stitch. So let's work one more puff stitch. Once we have 7 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 7 loops and then chain 1. We need 6 puff stitches inside this magic circle in this similar way. Now this is my last puff stitch. This is the 6th puff stitch inside the magic circle. So once we have 6 puff stitches inside the magic circle, now grab the tail and pull it tight. After this, we need to slip stitch on top of the puff stitch. Insert the hook on top of the puff stitch, pull through and pull through. And now we need to reach to the chain 1 space. So slip stitch once. Now we need to work 2 puff stitches in this space. So once we get 7 loops, yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. Now chain 2. We need to chain 2 in between 2 puff stitches. One more puff stitch in the same space. We have got 7 loops now. Yarn over and pull through all 7 loops and now chain 1. Now we will go to the next chain space and work 2 puff stitches in there, and make sure you chain 2 in between 2 puff stitches. Now chain 2 and one more puff stitch in the same space. In this similar way, we will continue till the end of the round. Now I have reached till the end of the round and this is the last set of puff stitches I'll be working on. So altogether 12 puff stitches to complete this round. Now to slip stitch, go on top of the puff stitch, pull through and pull through. We have joined the round. Now go to the next space, that is the chain 2 space, by 1 slip stitch. Now again we have to work 2 puff stitches in this 2 chain space, that is in between 2 puff stitches. Now chain 2, 1 more puff stitch in the same space. Now chain 1, go to the next chain space and work 1 puff stitch. Chain 1, go to the next space, that is the chain 2 space. Now here we need to work 2 puff stitches. Chain 2, 1 more puff stitch in the same space. Chain 1, go to the next space, work 1 puff stitch, and wherever there is 2 chain space, you need to work 2 puff stitches. So continue the same till the end of the round. So wherever there is 2 chain space, work 2 puff stitches. Now I have reached till the end of the round, so this is the last 1 puff stitch that I will be working on. Chain 1 and now slip stitch on top of the puff stitch to join the round. Now reach to the 2 chain space by 1 slip stitch. Now we will repeat the round in a similar way. First work 2 puff stitches. Make sure to chain 2 between 2 puff stitches. 1 more puff stitch in the same space. Now chain 1. Go to the next space, 1 puff stitch, 1 puff stitch, and now this is the corner. You can see 2 chain space. Wherever there is 2 chain space, work 2 puff stitches, and other places only 1 puff stitch. So 1 puff stitch, 1 chain, again 1 puff stitch, and 1 chain. after the puff stitch. Now this is the corner, that is the 2 chain space. We have to work 2 puff stitches in here and make sure to chain 2 between the puff stitches. One puff stitch, chain 2 and one more puff stitch in the same space. Chain 1, go to the next space and repeat the same throughout the round. Wherever there is a corner, that is the 2 chain space, work 2 puff stitches, and other places 1 1. So continue the same throughout the round. Now I have reached till the end of the round, so this is the last puff stitch. Now slip stitch to join the round. Now one slip stitch to reach the chain 2 space. Now you can see the corners 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 corners. Wherever there is a corner, you have 2 puff stitches, and in between those 2 puff stitches you have 2 chains. So whenever you start, make sure you start with the 2 chain space to begin the round. So let's do few more. Chain 2 and in the same space one more puff stitch. You can see wherever there are 2 puff stitches on top, in the next round as well you need 2 puff stitches and 2 chains in between those 2 puff stitches. Chain 1, go to the next space. Here we will work 1 1 1, and now this is a corner. You need to work 2 puff stitches. Now we will work 1 puff stitch. Chain 1, 1 puff stitch. Chain 1, next space 1 puff stitch. Chain 1. Now this is a corner. The next space that we have is a corner, so it is a chain 2 space. So there are 2 puff stitches. So here work 1 puff stitch, 2 chain and 1 more puff stitch. So altogether there are 2 puff stitches, and make sure chain 2. 1 more puff stitch, and we will repeat this throughout the round. So wherever there is a corner, or we can say 2 chain space, work 2 puff stitches. So yes, 2 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 2 again. So repeat the same. So in this similar way you can make as many rounds as you want to get the desired size. Now I've got till the end of the round and I've got the desired size, and slip stitch to join the round, and reach to the 2 chain space, chain 1, pull the yarn tight and cut the yarn off. Now you can sew in these ends later. Now I will show you how to do this. So grab the next color. You can use the same color as well, but I would like to change the color of my yarn. Insert the hook. Now you can start from any corners, that is the 2 chain space that we have. Pull through and slip stitch to attach the new color. Pull it tight, and now this is the 2 chain space that we have. Work 2 single crochet in the 2 chain space, that is the corners. And now next, on top of the puff stitch, that is here, work 1 single crochet. And now in the next chain space, work 1 single crochet. Again, on top of the puff stitch, 1 single crochet. Next chain space, 1 single crochet. So repeat the same till you get to the other corner. Now I have reached till the end here, that is to the other corner. Now I have got 2 chain space here. This is the corner. So in this space, so make sure you take this tail also along with your work. In this corner, in the 2 chain space, work 2 single crochet in the same space. And you can see now, wherever there is a corner, we will work 2 single crochet, and the next on top of the puff stitch 1 single crochet, and in the next space 1 single crochet. So repeat the same throughout the round. Now I have reached till the end of the round. So this is the last single crochet on top of the puff stitch. Now join the round by 1 slip stitch on the first single crochet that we have made. Now let me show you how to make this loop. So to make this loop, first chain 7. After chaining 7, slip stitch in the same space where you have started chains. Now chain 1, flip the work. Now we have got this loop. So now inside this loop we need to work 15 single crochet. 1, and this is my second single crochet. So in this similar way we will work 15 single crochet. You can pull it like this if there is no much space. Make sure you have 15 single crochet. After we have got 15 single crochet, slip stitch down there in the same space where we have started. Slip stitch, after the slip stitch, chain 1, pull the yarn tight, and you can cut the yarn off now. Now let's see how to weave in these ends. You can use your crochet hook. So finally you can cut the yarn off, the excess yarn. So finally our hexagon coaster is ready. And if you like this tutorial, please do like my video and mention it in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do consider subscribing my channel and click on the bell icon to get the notifications of my latest videos. Thank you for watching.